Hi, this is Renee
Hi,
Becker. I'm here with Erin Johnson. Welcome, Erin.
thank you. So good to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I wanted to welcome you as the key leading co-founder for the Youth Advisory Council for Living the Potential Network. It's a big thing to take on, co-founding a program, a network. What is it that drew you to want to help bring that to the world, Living the Potential Youth Advisory Council?
Well, I remember part of it being I'm in a mock trial program, which is like a program with my school where kids come together and create mock trials. And I was thinking one day after one of the competitions about how the program had some issues and how if only some people were communicating with each other and knew one another, they came together and they figured out how they could work together to fix some of the issues that they've had for a while. Then if people use their skills together, then they could solve those problems pretty quickly.
Right. Well, yeah, it's kind of like, what if everybody could
Hmm.
be on the same page and creating something really significant?
Hmm.
And I know that you have a drive to, once you make up your mind about something, it happens. Partly you demonstrated that recently. Do you want to share how you have taken on something that a lot of people don't do and your
What do
drive
you mean
allowed it to happen?
specifically?
Graduating from high school a year.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I was afforded a really great opportunity to graduate from high school, um, earning credits by showing my proficiency in doing like classes that are not normally accredited by schools and the public education system. And I was able to go to a charter school and do that. And I had to take a pretty big workload the last 2 years to be able to get that done. Do online classes and in-person classes with the school with my in-person school. But it's been extremely rewarding. And yeah, I mean, I guess if you ask my mom or my dad or anyone, that they've always had this theme around me of being able to manifest what you want, you see, and being able to go for that, go for the gold and create that for yourself.
Right. That's so powerful because it sounds like you're pretty clear in the way in which you've designed your own education experience. You've had many different ways. You've been in public schooling, you've been homeschooled,
Hmm.
you've been in a private program, and then you were in an innovative program called Village Home here in Portland, Oregon. So that exposure, has that had anything to do with why you want to help potentially change the way our world sees learning and embody what can happen when youth are seen and heard earlier rather than later?
Absolutely. I've gotten extremely passionate about how education works, not just in this country, but around the world. And what we've been talking about recently about educational models, industrial learning versus organic learning, and how both models have their pros and cons, and sometimes they work for people and sometimes they don't. And you, Renee Beth, you talked a lot about how, if education were business, the customer would be the student, but we don't listen to them about what they need and how they learn. We give everyone one set of rules and one curriculum, that doesn't work for everyone. And it also can stifle creativity. And so I think that yeah, I'm very passionate about helping, create that maybe a context for other people to see what we're doing here, and so that they can take things like what Village Home has done and create more of them and create more opportunities for people to do that.
That's perfect. Well, I know that you're kind of free now in the way that
Yeah.
you can design your time the way you want it. So what are some of the current projects you're working on? And what would be a parting comment that you would want people to know about why they got to take a look at the youth leadership model for Living the Potential Network?
Right. So right now, I'm currently doing some admin work for Living the Potential Network, and of course, helping lead the Youth Advisory Council. At the same time, I'm working on two writing projects, one with my mom and one by myself. The one with my mom, we're writing about our relationship and our journey with how or how story is a model for morality and building character, not just not just without or with or without religion, but how religion has used story to teach lessons, and how we can do that in our daily lives with movies and TV shows, and just by asking questions and making that a learning experience with parents and their kids. And the second one I'm working on is about a big question that I've been trying to answer, and I still haven't figured it all out yet, but it'll come to me as I go. Is about human potential and what that means, and some of people's beliefs around what human potential is to them. And so, some people think it's something way far off, that they need to get this thing that they can use, this structure that they need to do what they want to do, be who they want to be, when it's already inside of them. And especially, we just need to have the tools that we can at our disposal, so we can leverage everyone's strengths to create, to do what we want, to harness that potential. So
that's amazing. Well, one of the
yeah.
things, I know I embedded 3 questions there for you, but just as a
Right.
final statement here, the quality of having intergenerational learning. Like, you're 17, but you've been in learning programs with people as part of the network that are people, double your age, but how does that feel? Are you excited about bringing other youth to a part of this intergenerational learning, and what difference can that make in terms of unfolding the potential and maybe raising the consciousness for humanity right now? Because we know we need new systems, and maybe this intergenerational learning model could really be the catalyst to bring that about. That's my intention and I think you see it too, and I'm learning so much. I say wisdom knows no age, Aaron, and it's such a great honor to have you part of the program and then leading this Youth Advisory Council. So what's in it for you, really?
Well, for me, I know from my learning experience that I've always not just been with my friend group and seen school as a way to be with my friends, right? But I've also really latched onto some of my teachers and seen them as mentors, and really enjoyed having conversations with them and learning from them. But you don't really get that in a public school setting. You don't have that relationship. And even charter school settings, it's harder to do. And I think that everyone has their strengths no matter what age they're at. And if we want to help the youth leverage their strengths and find out who they are, and cultivate their future in the coming, in their, to the world that adults are leaving them, then we need to have conversations sooner rather than later, and learn together, and create new systems like you were just talking about for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's great because the future is here, it's now. And the more we have these intergenerational conversations, the more hope we have for a better world. So thank you, Aaron. Look forward to hearing more from you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.